be a second.
Now, people say some really interesting things. Check this out for a second.
Notifications just went out. You got one person in there so far. Oh, that shot up to 10 quick. Thank y'all for the likes. Oh, didn't even do that. I was gonna say, wear that mask trying to hide from Big Ed.
Try to find Big Ed.
You know what would have been funny? If you'd have still had his hat.
Oh yeah. His hat was black with the gold trim around it. See, I could hit that on my head. If you're still looking for it, I still got it, Ed.
No, somebody asked us the eyes blacked out. The eyes aren't blacked out. It's just got a mesh on it.
It got a mask over, a mask over it. Sometimes I like to wear this outside when I go shopping, or just sometimes to just irritate people. They be like, I say, hey, COVID is still out here, ain't it? And COVID still is around. I ain't trying to catch what y'all got. See all these people getting sick, coughing, and boo-hooing. I ain't trying to hear that. Which one looks better, me or the mask?
Whichever one gonna meet Casey Anthony.
What do you say?
I said whichever one meet Casey Anthony. Talking about she a legal advocate.
But yeah, got into an accident at the store. I don't know what the deal was, but I believe the guy pushed me on purpose. But I guess he wasn't expecting me to tumble the way that I tumble. Like I told him, I'm in Ranger Special Force. I don't just fall. I'm going to take that push and come into a road and come back up on you. He was like, whoa, hey man, it was an accident. Looked at him like, too many people around for me to reach up in there and grab his throat. So I just said, man, careful. You will never know what you get when you shove the wrong type of person. Went on and did my shopping. Later on, he came back and told me, hey man, I really wasn't trying to shove your person. All the people behind me. I was like, this is Walmart. Ain't no rush to get up in here. Ain't nothing on sale. This place always got stuff on sale. Just watch yourself, dude, because that really kind of pissed me off a little bit. But several other people that were at that Walmart, most of everybody in there knew me. I'm like, I'm going to stop coming here. Because too many people I think they be hanging out up there waiting for me to show up because, that's like my corner store. I go up there and shop. And I love my lobster tail. They used to be $18. Now those suckers are $24. I said, what the heck?
You buy them too often.
I might as well just go on to the fish
market.
Yeah, fish market. I go up there, they be I guess do still come up to the same price. Even though when I bought those 9 lobster tail, they was only $7 and something. Now they $12 and something. I be like, wait a minute, man, I just bought 9 of them from you about a week ago. You were like, yeah, but see, you know, like the price went up because these the good ones. I said, these are the same one that was in last time. Come on, they the good
You
ones.
pulled them out the freezer.
And they frozen solid. I said, no. I guess I might well just go to Walmart because for there it's the same price. At least and at least they package better. Y'all's fresh. That don't mean they really fresh. That mean that you just kept them in the freezer for so long. But I told him, no, that's all right. That's just money you won't be getting from me no more. Because I would have been a faithful client of yours every Saturday. I would have been here picking me up at least 9 or more. Probably would have got more because the 9 that I ate didn't last that long. I'm like, man, what's going on here?
You gotta spread them out.
As long as I got my
Lobster tails?
my garlic butter.
Oh.
Man, I put them in them, let them soak for a little bit, and did you? Oh man, this is good. You talking about do your shrimp like I do my shrimp like that too, but I'm more interested in lobster tail. It just tastes better.
You should have took some lobster tails, shrimps, put them in there, chop them up, put them in some mac and cheese, make lobster mac and cheese. You gotta spread them out.
Somebody told me about that mac and cheese with shrimp in it. I'm like, I don't know, man. I just like my mac and cheese, just the cheese and the noodles, and then the crunch up of the hard bread on the top just a little bit. That crunch sound.
Stevenson asked you, do you still lift? He also asked you, do you still shoot guns for practice?
I'm a felon. I can't have weapons. But do I still lift weights? As long as the girl ain't that heavy. I mean, as long as things ain't that heavy. But yeah, I still, hey, this shirt is kind of baggy, ain't it?
You can't fit no 2X.
Well, this shirt is a 5X. I think. Look at
I believe it.
I think this is a 5X here. But yeah, I still lift a little weight.
No, this ain't the dude from Boondocks. Y'all thinking about the other dude. That's nah. You can go with that BS. They talking about the
Booty Bandit?
Yeah.
Oh, hell, I ain't no I don't play that. Many people have sent me things asking me, but I don't answer them because I'm not into that. Go find his channel or whatever because that means that y'all are either interested or are y'all trying to get turned out by him. I don't know what, man, but let me get off that subject. But yeah, that's crazy there. I mean, that man ain't nothing. I'm not getting into it. For me to get in there, I'll be the fool and fall into that stupidity role. I'm trying to become the president. I'm not Trump. I'm not robbing nobody up there. And I ain't grabbing no female by there either. No, that's how you that's how you greet a woman. Grab them by the, like, man, you grab somebody that I love by their thing, and I'm going to twist you into a pretzel.
Somebody said, did you work for Steve Harvey years ago?
Nah, I don't work for people like that. They say one thing, then they flip it to something else. Man, remember what you said about your first wife. Now you saying it all about your second wife. Which one of them was there to help you the most? You already dogged out your first wife by saying that the second wife is your hold onto reality. I don't have a hold onto reality. I'm a man that is alone. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have what do you call that other word?
He gotta go with that.
Friends with benefits. I don't have that. If I get with somebody, I want to get with them because they show me that they care, show me that they understand. That's all I need. Someone to just care and show me that they understand that they ain't trying to hold my past against me. 'Cause a lot of them be talking about, oh, you that, oh, I be too scared. Why? I'm a human being. I work for money. I don't work just because I'm out there. Ooh, I love doing this. No, I don't. I didn't love doing that, but I never hurted no one innocent. I always went after the money that people had to be mixed up into that game. That's why I said for all these young fellas now that try to get into that game, understand one thing. A lot of y'all ain't cut out for it, and even if you think you cut out for it, you need to step away from that. There's many things out here that you could do. You could take a small profit to start your own little business, home improvement, janitorial, lawn care, house construction. There's a lot of jobs, plumbing, electricity. There's a lot of jobs out here. I done did all that since I've been home. I started my own little company, craft home improvement. I did good until you know the government tried to take a second bite out of the crime that they already had made me serve time for. And you know, like one day I'm gonna bring that up about how they locked me back up, trying to charge for the crime that they didn't have a crime, but they kept bringing up my past. So what? He out there talking about the murders he did. Hey, y'all gave me immunity. Don't hate on me. Hate on yourself. You made the deal with the devil. You made the deal with me. And I'm just speaking on it now, 'cause I ain't got to hold it up here. Holding it up there kept throwing me off, getting me upset so much. Now I can speak on it. And I ain't got to worry about being prosecuted. You already made the deal, and I'm already got immunity from it, so I can speak on it. People tell me, how could you remember? I got paperwork, not to mention I lived that life. I was in that life. That's what I'm telling other people. Y'all don't want to be in that life that I was in. I mean, my body's tore up. I've been all shot up, stabbed up, tortured. I mean, I was hit so many times, the doctor just said he was hit multiple times. I was like, well, hey, I thought I was dead until I woke up and seen a human being. I woke up and everything was white. I'm like, where am I at? This can't be hell. That's when the nurse stood up and would start laughing. Mr. Crab, you ain't dead. I said, ooh, why am I? Oh, she said, you need to take a look at your body. I said, I wish I could, but my head it seemed like it's stuck. They said, yeah, they got a brace back there. So she went and got a mirror and hugged it up to me. I'm like, what y'all do to me? Ain't what we did to you. We just tried to put you back together. I say, hey, I ain't Humpty Dumpty that fell off a wall. I was shot off of it. But she said, yeah, you bandaged beat the head. Hey, I want to say thank you, Thomas. Oh, man. I didn't bring my list of all the people that had donated to my Cash App.
If we don't put it next one, we can just retroactively make a list and throw it on YouTube.
Oh,
As
okay.
a statement, a blanket statement to pop up. But also, they need to get them likes up. And
oh yes, we need to get them lights up, people. Come on now.
Tommy sent you a question. Say, were you one of World's boys in Jackson Prison? I heard that name from World.
Well, he was a drug dealer, but
okay.
No. See, my world in there, it was me and my friends. Or should I say, me and my associate. People only knew us because we started wearing our jackets inside out, so that people know that we down with the craft, as well as the hats that was in there was down with the craft, until the guards started crying.
I just want to thank Tennessee TV. He always telling people to double tap that screen for the likes.
Tennessee who?
Tennessee TV.
Tennessee TP?
TV.
TV. Oh, Tennessee TV. Thanks, Tennessee. Appreciate you. I love it when y'all double tap that like button or this and that. It pops up here. And appreciate you. Anything else you want me to speak on for you, Tennessee? I mean, just say it. I will mention it on there. Same way with that.
He said, "You're welcome."
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Appreciate you.
You ever been to Tennessee?
Yeah, I've been through there, but I never really stopped in. Somebody else was running Tennessee at the time. But that's where, like we had split it out to all the USA to different states that we'll send one guy there
So y'all ain't stepping on each other's
to
feet.
set up. Yeah. And that was the main thing. We didn't want to we didn't want to bump into each other's men. See, I might have one part of Tennessee, he got the other part. Sooner or later, we're going to bump heads. And we won't know that we the same group. This way, we leave one there, he set it up. If he ever needs some help, he will call us up. And we'll be there as quick as a monkey is on a banana. We're going to peel that city. But that was his city, and we only rolled up there with him because we were just, curious about how he was setting things up. Since he was smaller than us, all of us some big guys. He was a smaller one. I'm like, hey, you small, but hey, you got heart.
Tommy said, rumor is that World had a stable of boys in Jackson prison. That's wild.
I never heard of that. Matter of fact, be honest, I only knew that name because I was in prison. And I know that I was taking a whole lot of people business from them because when I started mines in there, I could sell mine for less and make more money. People hated that. Why are you selling your stuff? It's cheaper. I said, because I can. I ain't trying to get rich off of 2 or 3 guys. It may take me a little time to get this money, but once people find out that I got the good stuff, they going to come to me automatically. And that's what was happening. A lot of people was coming to me because I had my boy dropping it off at Peak Farm. When he dropped it off Peak Farm got it into the dairy products that came in to the back docks with the truck with milk, or sometime in the banana boxes that we used to get cases of banana and we'd flatten it out on there, have it already cooked and flattened out. We just had to chop it up once it got in. It ain't like nobody was really back there searching them. They'll just look at it and don't see no weapon, just bananas thrown in. Same way with the milk. They never dumped the milk out and pulled that false bottom out. And sometimes that false bottom would leak. And sometimes you would lose some of your products. Or weaken it up. And I got tired of losing mine. But as for World, never had no dealing with him. But if he was inside of Jackson, I was in there. And people in there knew me as the Iceman and Jack. And in different prisons, I had different names. Jackson, they knew me by Iceman because what I did to that guard and inmates. I'm not proud of what I did, but hey, I got to keep my reputation up. So hey, if you want to mess with me, you take the chance on either you finna serve the rest of your life in prison, because you would have to kill me, or me, I had to serve the rest of my life in prison because I'm going to kill you one way or the other. One of us got to leave. Both can't be here and you want to sneak up behind my back like that one guy did, snuck up behind my back and hit me with that shank. And I didn't even know I was hit to the guy next to, hey man, what you gonna do, stand there and bleed? I was like, what? He said, man, she had a fool running across the yard. He just hit you. I looked down like, what the hell? So I had to run back to my block and have, them take care of that. But yeah, I never really heard of his name until, later on in life. And I ain't quite sure that if he was even there when I was back in the days.
Oh shit, he asked this question, but I think this.
You have to find out his number and let me know what his number is to tell is he a fish or was I a fish?
Tennessee said, was it a guy named Craig in Memphis? This was late 90s, early 2000s. I think he was still locked up then.
I was still in prison most likely because I got locked up in 1987, which I got out in 1990, and that's when all this shit happened to me. But a couple weeks later, I'm back in prison again because I only came back here to do somebody because they killed my little brother and Okay, let me not get on that again. But yeah, that's the only reason I came back to Michigan. I was planning on doing. Other than that, nobody would ever see me again if they didn't kill my little brother. Because I was gonna take whatever I had and just boot the country.
Somebody asked, Tommy asked, can you talk about the psychiatrist you had to see in prison while you were in there?
How did they know I seen a psychiatrist?
You told him about that because you told him you didn't want to talk to him. You ain't like needles. I think this was when you was in the hole.
Well, like they made me see a psychologist. They talking about we want to make sure that you still don't have, like those tendency in you. I said, what tendency? Well, some of the inmates be saying that you be scaring them with the stories you tell. I said, hey, it's the truth. Read my papers. I ain't got nothing to lie about. Why should I lie? Cause then I gotta try to remember that lie. That's why I say I ain't gonna lie to nobody because I won't remember that lie. So I speak the truth. They don't like it, that's their problem. But if you hear something from me, you hearing the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, tell you like it is. I don't regret what I did, but I wish if I could have turned back the hands of time, I would have did what I did. But hey, it was money, the love of money. I needed money to, move up in life and to live and so forth. So I took up doing things that would help the world, really, by getting rid of criminals. If you get into that criminal lifestyle, then you might have somebody like me that won't step in, and if you get a contract on your head, they be the one that gonna take you out. There's no thing as that in that life of retirement. Don't want to be in the game no more. Once you in that game, you in it. The only way you get out of it is that you went into one that was too big, that you didn't get too much up in the power. Because as long as you got that power, somebody gonna want your power. And that's what happened to my nephew Bruiser. Somebody wanted his power real bad. And they set Bruiser up. Of course, they not around no more either though, but they set my nephew Bruiser up and he got hit out there, I think it was in Atlanta at the Freaknik. I can't remember, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research on that one. Because he the one told me who killed his uncle, which was my little brother. And that's how I knew, because I'm in prison at the time when they hit my little brother. And he had told me, so when I went back to the funeral, he was telling me about, yeah, that's why they not here. I said, yeah, okay. I said it all to my mind. I said, well, I'll be getting out soon because the case that I was in on at that time was a possession with intent to deliver. So I was coming home, but of course, homeboy knew that he messed up and he got me caught on that crap. He left it in my damn car.
Somebody asked you, what's your biggest regret or loss?
My biggest regret that I was with those fools when they killed that cab driver. I don't like to be around people that's getting shot up or done because of somebody's stupidity. That's why I always tell them that, man, we got to do these people by themselves or do them where there's no way that any witnesses be there to give proof on who did it or what we look like. That's why I always tell. I like to wear my hoodie with with my glasses on. I can always wear it up, but I just throw those glasses on and then I get busy. But I don't never leave witness and nobody never see me do it. Somebody might hear me later. Hey man, that guy pulled up. We don't know what he was, but man, he was dressed like this Grim Reaper. I'm like, dang, for real? I just sit back and listen, take in their words, but I don't try to be out there showboat. Yeah, man. No, that gonna get you in prison or dead, because other people gonna know you did it now. So then they gonna want your power. I got the food that got him.
Tommy said biggest regret should have been not keeping Ed's hat.
Well, his hat was kind of small, and at that time, it kind of smelled kind of funky. How I said that, I had my do-rag on, And then, like, I put the hat on, walked around the neighborhood, showing everybody, hey, man, how do I look in their hat? Huh? Do I look good? Do I? I shot him out of it. Well, Maserati Rick messed up that hit. I mean, man, it was a perfect hit. Rick jumped his butt up. Oh my God, this man, why he trying to showboat? You ain't proving nothing to me. I'm gonna always think you soft, even though Rick was cool. But he was soft when he come to kill him because Rick never really pulled the trigger on nobody. It would have been the first one if he wouldn't have messed it up. The other guy he shot because the guy jumped behind it and he caught the bullet in the shoulder. I was like, man, oh, I was so hot and messed up because, man, you made me miss this. You still gonna pay me, dude. You messed it up, and I told you don't come with me, but you plead and beg and for, oh man, come on, man. I still pay. I just want to be the one to do it. I said, man, I don't miss. He been, oh, come on, man. I said, okay, after I shoot him, he go down, you go there and shoot him then. No, man, I want to have the first shot at him. Okay, but don't move until I tell you to move. We done laid out there in that van in them bushes for a while, but he moved. And the other guy seen that move like, what the hell? The head jumped. And I just pulled up. The other guy jumped behind me. He caught the damn thing in the back. I'm like, man. But it did go out, in and out. And Ed's hat came off. I'm glad that it didn't have a hole in it because I wouldn't have been able to wear it. But his hat came off. I went over there and picked the hat up, looked around, told Rick, come on, man, let's get in the car and go, man. You done messed this up. The other guy's running down the street. I was like, we ain't got to do them. They ain't going to say nothing.
Somebody asked you, what's the worst place you've done time? Or the worst place you can think about to do time?
Like I ain't gonna say the worst place. It was a harder place because it was hard for me to get things in. Jackson was simple and easy. Marquette was cool. MTU was cool. Muskegon was cool. Parole camp was wide open. Waterloo, they was wide open too because I was a driver there, so I drive in and out, go pick up the other inmates from the job working around the little city. Meet girls out there and hey. Well, I said, I ain't never had no problem getting with female while I was locked up. That's why I said all these booty bandits, I think they just like to mess with boys that was already that way, but a whole lot of guys wasn't that way, that they raped them. That's why I said when you raping a boy, and that boy don't want to be like that, that's rape. You need to be killed. A lot of those guys stayed away from you. Now, Bobby was somebody different. Bobby wasn't going to never get out. I see him out on the yard just all twined up, kissing the guy. I be like, so I had to ask Bobby, I said, man, what's going on? He said, man, this is my life from now on, man. I need me some affection. But you would just, Angela Davis, man. People that know that name that's from Jackson back then, y'all know who Angela Davis was. I'm sorry. He was a guy. But he did look like, somewhat like a female. I'm not prejudiced, but he was white. They were out on the yard. Can't believe this, but I love to play chess with Bobby. Bobby was a good chess player. I used to love to play chess with him because sometimes I would win, but to me, he was the best. I won a lot only because after years of me and him playing, I started getting used to the moves that he be breaking out with, and that made me better. So when I went to other prisons, I got better. As for the worst prison I've ever been at, I would have to say Ionia Reformatory.
At the Gladiator School?
Yeah, the Gladiator School. That's because at that time, it was a small unit. It wasn't like Jackson. Now, Jackson was like a world of his own in there, you feel me? The Gladiator School, they had a wall too, But to me, it was kind of difficult for me to, crank up things that I wanted, like I had in Jackson, MTU, Muskegon, every other place. That was the hardest place for me to really crank it up. Even though when I left stuff in there for people. I told, every place I've been, I always need stuff there, and tell them the same hookup gonna come through here. It's just now you gonna be the one that's in charge of this. Make sure that y'all don't step on the product that much. It's gonna be the best. That's the way when you sell your own, people gonna be looking for it because they know you ain't stepped on it that much. Even though you give them a little taste with that Mac spoon at the time, but hey, you could step on that a couple more times and still be good. But most of the guys, they step on it so bad that you really ain't getting no taste to it, Be like, that's why y'all mess ain't selling right. Same way with y'all stores. Y'all stores ain't selling right because you trying to sell it for double or 3 times the amount. Me, I just tack on a nickel or a quarter. All depends on what it is. And just make that. But by me selling so much of it, that's why I make my money. Because then you the stuff ain't just sitting there.
In volume.
For days and months or so forth. No, my stuff come in, I was having like maybe 15, 20 guys going to the store because you was only allowed to spend so much. And I would have all those guys go to the store, bring them back to stuff. Now I tell them, okay, take this over there to 4 block, take this to 7 block, 11 block, 12 block, and so forth. I was even able to get stuff up at 5 block. That's the whole. But I was even able to get stuff up there. And the guy that was in there, that was taking it in there for me was a porter. He got the movements to get around in the building because he's a porter, He had the stuff set up so that he could grab it, one big bag, and take it to somebody's room that ordered it and then just dump it all in there real quick. But I knew that some of the guards had to know he was doing that, but we always found a way to get around things, especially when the guards needed money, and we know they needed money. That's why when they said something about, what's that boy name? Rick Ross, used to be a guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't trust that boy. I've never trusted none of them guards. Not even the warden. The warden was so stupid that he got busted by the feds out there taking bribery in the parking lot. Warden Jackson. In Jackson. We was inside watching the news when they showed. I'm like, hey man, Warden Jackson's out in the lot taking bribery. The Arabs set him up. They set him up. I was wondering why all those guys was getting locked up, or should I say locked down and transferred. They set the warden up. Yeah, I wanted him. But just because they got him, didn't stop things from not moving on. Slowed up a little bit on his side. My side, we kept pushing it. As a matter of fact, I tried to even push more.
Since he was gone.
Once he got knocked down, because now I'm all in the lieutenant heads and the captain. Hey man, why don't you go on out there and grab that bag now, man? Since the warden ain't here, I cut you in for a little bit more money. And I did. I raised the little price up, gave them to them. They were, oh man, yeah, you got that money to pay that bill now. Or to go get that, because a whole lot of those guards was hooked on drugs. They said one female, she was kind of mannish sort of. She always wanted to try to manhandle me when, come in, 156. Well, I don't say that because then people try to run my number, but come in. And she'd take me around there to the medical. I'm like, what the hell did you take me to the medical? That's the first time she ever did it to me, right? Took me into the medical, shut the door. I'm like, man, what the hell? I ain't got stabbed, and I ain't got nothing on me. I have other people carrying that stuff on me that I know ain't gonna get stopped. I know they stopped me because they hoping that they can catch me with money so they can take it. That's why they always used to search me. Every time I leave my cell, they'll go back there and search it, or they'll come in there and shake me down, take some food, take some chips, or sometimes they even take some drugs. All depends on which guard it is. Then I said, okay, we're gonna have to put the word down on. But back to what I was saying, she took me to the medical and turned me around real hard. Damn, what's wrong with you? She talking about, I'm tired of this. You gonna have to give me some. Just gave you a bag this morning. I ain't talking about that. Like, what? She said, you know what I'm talking about? I'm horny. Oh my God. See, I don't care what people say. I think that they were putting saltpeter into our sauce, into the food. I never thought about it. My head was always trying to make more money. That's where my head was. But I did touch some of those school teachers and nurses, you know. I did get with some. But this one, she was a sister and she was a lieutenant. But she was brazen about them. I want some. She pulled down my pants and helped herself. When she got through, she told me, did you enjoy it? Hell no. She told me, why? I know I was taking you down my throat. I said, yeah, okay, well, whoopie-doo, what you want, a lollipop? Pull my pants back up. She told me, you'll be back for some more. I said, no, I won't. I don't look good. It said, Mr. Crab, I said, you look good, but I'm just not into you like that. Mainly because I know that she's a junkie. I had nothing against her, but I know that she would mess around and give me up quick or turn on me because she's a junkie. I done seen them set up other people, and then I had them to set up other people that was getting too big in their britches and was trying to mess about my group. Oh no, don't mess with me and my group in there. You mess with me and my group, I'm gonna send one of the guards to you. Either they gonna say that they found you hanging in your cell, or you be like that one dude and hit yourself in the head with a hammer. Now, they should ask that, where he get a hammer from to hit himself in the head? Now, my boy cracked his skull bone. Man, he threw. The word hit the yard, man. That boy killed himself with a hammer. I'm like, hey.
Somebody asked us a little while ago, I forgot to ask you. They said, what was the first time you used a tree shredder?
I think that was, I can't remember that guy named White Boy. He owed me some money and he was out there talking about what blank ain't gonna do to him. So when he came up missing, he just came up missing. Nobody never knew until I had to tell them what I did. Because like I said, I never was the one that ever got caught or they knew it was me or this and that. Because I ain't be out there doing something then everybody was, man, it was him. It wasn't me. I don't know what y'all talking about. Why would I do something that, ooh, that's gooey. But that's one way to make them come up missing, period. No body, no case. What happened to the body? If y'all was eating pork back then, you ate them. Turn that thing towards the pig slot. Beef first, baby. But I was always curious about why do the heads always pop off? What you got told me, man? That's because that's the weakest possible. When you get up here, just and that bone back there just snap and the head roll off. Then we got to take a stick, well, not a stick, a tree trunk down there, push it up in there, and then crank it up and just where it opens up, just shove it in there real quick. I was like, man, just one way the people won't never find them. They can't never prove it. The guy just ran off. Hey, don't look at me. Can you do you got proof that I did something or I know where he at? No. But I only fed one brother through that before. Usually they was mainly Italians, Caucasians, one Chinese. That's because Lee, if you still alive and you out there, that's because Lee helped me with that one. because he wanted that boy gone. I said, ain't no thing but a thing, baby. As long as you got the money, I'll make a person disappear forever. Not just a short time, but forever. I think that boy liked me though, because he was always trying to get me to come over in China to do stuff because he was in, well, anyway, but yeah, he was down with his thing when he was almost like the head of them, but he was just second in command. That's why when he did what he did, that head person wanted his head. I was like, man, you lucky. What? You mean that you did me? Hey, you got a price on your head. Yeah. Understand, y'all not blood. Y'all just associate. An associate would make that list sooner or later. That's why I said, if you make my list, sooner or later, I got to clean that list up. And I don't try to let that list stay too long. But that's why Carlos Latis was scared of me, because he thought that because I came into the prison that I was coming in there to do him. So nah, man. Pablo only gave me that because he wanted you, because you was using your stuff and so forth. But once he died, ain't no more contract. He dead. Who gonna pay me the other half? So no, I wasn't there to do you do. I'm doing time just like you. I'll just be out before you will. But I know that he got out. All that money that man had. Whew. The government couldn't touch it.
Double Pablo?
Carlos Latis.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
They didn't take all his stuff?
No, they couldn't. They didn't even know. Well, they knew he had, but they couldn't take it because he had them in different countries. And when he had people to make sure, when he got out, that he had this and that. Plus, he had other things to take care of too. That's why I said he's in hiding right now, wherever he at. Because he's scared that some of Pablo's friends may just put that price back up on his head. Now, you all right with me, but if that price get put back up like it was, if you see this, you know what time it is, baby. But yeah, I ain't gonna tell no lie. If the price was right on somebody's head, I probably would come out of retirement. I mean, I ain't got to chase nobody. It don't take nothing but a finger pull. I learned how to use this hand now, I'm all right. My left ain't too good, but I still think I could still get that one working too. But this hand, hey, you don't never lose the knowledge on that. Unless you're losing your mind.
Somebody, Tommy asked you, can you tell us a story about how you pretended to be a homeless man to do a hit?
That because the guy was, he was, paranoid by everything. He wouldn't let too many people get around him. But I laid out there in the middle of that sidewalk for almost like 2 days. They seen me laying out there, but they didn't know who I was. They just said, damn, we stink. I'm like, I'm just waiting for your boss. Of course, I didn't tell this to them, but I'm just waiting for their boss to come. Sooner or later, I know he's going to come. And he came. That was the last time he ever played ball. I mean, I did other hits too by playing. How did they know that?
I think you said it before. I don't know.
Sometimes that just click off to me like, wait a minute. Did I tell that story yet? I must have, because he knew I had played a bump, a wino, which I used to pour this stuff over this grayish brown jacket I had, and it was, ooh. I used to keep that wrapped up in plastic because it stank so bad, but I had to wear it so people be upwind or downwind, they'll smell it. Man, somebody need to tell that puppy get the hell away from over here. I'll be like, got no place to go, man. They be giving me money and stuff. Like, I could really think that this $5 or $10 is gonna give me a bottle of wine. I don't drink. Might dash a little bit on me a little bit, Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I did not like. I be like, these people really believe this, but that day when I popped up on them, doo-doo, they didn't know what to do because, you know, they was in shock. By the time I pulled that sucker out from the boom on that sling, that's when they ran. They heard that first shot. But my first shot was in the person I wanted. Only reason that I would hit someone else because they was going for theirs. Other than that, I let them run. What they gonna tell the police? It was a drunk. What he looked like? Like a drunk. Because they don't remember nothing. Only thing they remember is they came out with that with that gun, and we wasn't expecting that. We see him in the neighborhood every now and then, and that's what they would tell the police. Well, he lives somewhere. I don't live nowhere near there. Shit. If you would have found out what car I got into, which we wouldn't have, because it's about 10, 20 blocks away. Go back in there, by the time I get to my car, take off the jacket, roll it up, shove it into that plastic bag that I carried inside the coat, and get in the car and just drive home. Go home, eat some ribs,
Wash that stank off.
tail. Oh yeah, now that I would do because I would dive into the pool. I had a little pool on top of the hill, you know, because my house set up high, and I dive into the pool, like a big old tub, and then I call the pool man up and have him change the water, refresh and everything. And I just did that. Do it again. You're getting paid for it, don't you? Don't ask me no questions. Just do what I tell you to do, or I could find somebody else to clean my pool. Hell, I could do it. Well, I learned how to do it later on. And you said that that was from Thomas?
No, that was
Tommy?
Yeah, he got a Michael Myers mask up there for us.
Oh,
Profile picture.
Michael Myers mask. Sound like he into some sneaky stuff.
He also asked, what was the cleverest way you've ever did a hit?
Well, the cleverest way was with my knife. The Italian guy didn't even know that I was there for that. So when I bumped into him, he just thought it was a bump. But really, it was me putting that knife at the center of his back and opening him up like a can of tuna. Mainly because when I bumped into, I sure wish I could demonstrate on how it went down. We both going in the same direction. But it's just that now I'm left-handed. So when I hit him in the back with that knife, it started popping. I already reached around his mouth and covered it. This part went up into his nose where he couldn't scream or breathe too good. And basically, I just kept walking with him, opening him up. Because he was going to his boys at that time, and by the time he got there, he was already dead in process. But it was quiet, smooth.
Rob Smith, you got the wrong person. You need to go to some other channel. This is not who you think that is. You thinking about that?
Bandit.
Yeah, I don't know why people keep saying that they're gonna get banned, y'all.
Yeah, y'all will get banned if y'all keep on trying to fuse me with that boy. I don't rape men's. I do not indulge with men's. I have nothing against y'all that is into that lifestyle. That's y'all life. But people that's going out there forcing other men to get involved and do that, that's rape. Rapists, child molester. I ain't quite sure which word of that, like I ain't supposed to say, that will get me kicked off or whatever.
Just call
but anyway, all those
offenders.
people out there forcing people into doing things against their will that ain't got nothing to do with it, those people, to me, they need to be put down like a dog. You out there taking it from people like that. Be a man, scrap on, and go take something from one of them drug dealers.
Who was that on the wire? Was that Omar? It was
Oh
Show the
wait,
wire.
yeah,
He
yeah.
used to only rob drug dealers.
I seen that. That was matter of fact, that's the first time I ever seen that to the wire. That was I seen that in can't remember what prison, but I had seen that when I was in prison. Somebody was headed on their little TV when I walked up to their cell. I was like, what the heck is that? Yeah, man, it's black program. Like you you need to keep your butt in the law library and try to fight your case or try to do something so you get time off of this crap. Main thing, teach yourself with the knowledge. You might be able to find something that they made a loophole on your case and you could get out from underneath that. From a little bitty mistake, draw it into a big thing, get you back on the peel, and they might just say skip it. I just let them go. We ain't about to go through all this again. Or you can help other inmates out. Read their case and find out what you can get them back up on. Then go for it.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. He spamming, he gone. 24 hours.
Somebody, the same person.
No, some weirdo just spamming Blackie or something like that. So just boop.
Blackie.
Yep.
Racist remark.
Something like that. Don't matter, he gone now.
Why y'all hate on me? I mean, do you got the guts to walk up to my face and say or do anything like that to me? If you do walk up to me when you see me, I ain't saying that y'all should. But if you do, my reaction is going to be something that you're going to wish you never was born. Because, see, I like to make a person feel that what I do to them, they're going to be like, oh, man, I sure wish I wasn't born. Too late. You scrapped up and you weren't ready to go for it. That's just my life. I'm sorry. I lived that life from 10, 9, all the way until, even now, I'm going to live until the day I die. I'm not taking no mess from nobody.
Somebody asked you, out of all the best friends that you taught, which one was your best student? Like, who learned it fast or who picked up stuff the most?
I like the Rocky Reg. I still consider him my friend even as of today. What do he consider me? I don't know. I'm hoping that he has the understanding and knowledge to realize what went down and how it went down. We both was in prison at the time that went down. But he knew it before I did. And, like, that's what I believe. That's why when I was going, he was telling me about how much he did. Well, that I haven't really spoken, at least I don't think I have, but he's out now. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody texted me and told me where he was supposed to be, and I was like, is somebody trying to set us up or something? I'm like, he's over on Seaburn. I go, okay, well, if he is, what we do? I already came on my podcast and told him that I would like to have a sit down with him. Speak about, things we did, things we could talk about, and maybe we could sit down on my podcast or his or whatever, talk about it, and maybe we can even put our head together and come up with one heck of a series deal. With my story and his stories, hey, a lot of people call me liar. Oh, he ain't lying. Well, if Ray ever want to do it, Ray can tell you some things about me. Same way with Butch, same way with Big Ed, same way with a lot of people that knew me. But a lot of people don't know me, never met me. Now, if they see me, what we do, but you don't know me. If you knew me, you wouldn't be doing the things that you're doing or saying. I'm like an elephant. I don't forget. But yeah, there's a lot of stories that I still haven't even touched on. I'm hoping that my agent and my editor could get together and put something together that we could maybe try to find out a way to do something and start getting our own little movie or series or something going. I still want to do that book with the animated pictures. That's why I said I spoke with my boy El Mata, and he said that whenever I get ready, want to meet him and so forth, we could sit down and draw something up. I could tell him some more, then he could just that he could just come up with the AI. I said, cool. I got you for the AI. I got my editor to do all the editing. I got my agent to set things up. Now I just need a secretary to help me get it all out and put it into words. They said that, well, I could just speak it into a mic and it'll start printing up. I'm still old school, folks. I ain't used to all this technology that's out here now. People trying to get me into it.
You got a donation
To where?
to you. It's on
Cash App?
Nope, I can't see the cash apps. I can't see they donated through YouTube. It said Adia Nimach. She donated $20. She said West Side 7 Mile, baby, with a bunch of hearts.
West Side 7 Mile. And what was the name? Demont?
No, Adia.
Adia?
Adia or Adia?
Idea, or like Adia. We probably ain't pronouncing your name right, but thank you for the donation. You are appreciated very much.
She keep it set too.
Huh?
I'm supposed to say that.
Huh?
She got a nice looking picture.
Okay, well, keep that to ourselves. I still got a heart. Oh, I said, what the heck is this underneath my shirt? I forgot. I got this under my shirt. I'm like, what the heck? No, people, I'm not feeling on my belt. I got something under my shirt, and I was on my hand and head, and I'm like, what the heck? Oh, okay. Now I recall.
So, what type of guy was Chuck?
To me, Chuck was cool when I first met him. I liked it the way he was talking. I didn't just like some of the things he was saying. Because he was bragging about who he did and this and that. And I told him, you need to keep that to yourself. Never give nobody anything that could get you killed, prison,
Or set up.
or just set up. But he seemed to be cool. Now Stacy, when like I met Stacy through him. Stacy was there at the house when me and Chuck went over there, and met Stacy that way. I guess people call him the machine gun or something like that.
Yeah, Stacy the Machine. I heard that.
Yeah. I was like, now Stacy, I'm like, he kind of weird. I'm like, something about this boy just don't sit right.
Was he paranoid or?
No, he was just a different type of character than I would expect.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, now he seemed like more to me a person that would turn out to be a serial killer. I'm a person that did it for the money, He just did it because he wanted to take something from somebody else's head and go spend it all. That's why they used to call him Mr. Spin a Lot. Chuck and they was talking about, yeah, man, that we started calling him, they said Mr. Spin a Lot, because they was trying to hit Stacy. But Stacy peeked the move and called them up and told them, let me hear about this mess again, and I'm going to do all y'all. I like, you don't mess with somebody that not too wine tight and that that have done somebody that y'all cared about, at least thought y'all did, as you find out what the whole program was about. That's why I said Stacy peeped that move. And when he peeped it, he took care of it. That's why I said he went upstairs and did his thing, and then when Witchcraft and them seen what happened, they all split up. Everybody went different states trying to hide from Stacy. Because Stacy was gonna go after them.
Somebody asked, Michael Kelly asked you, did you hang out at Mr. Shaw's store on Courchevel and Parker?
I never hung out at no stores. I might have been in a store or go do something, but I never hung out. I never hung out anywhere. I wasn't that type of person that wanted to hang out with a bunch of guys that was well known on the streets, because then that'll get you caught up in their mess, and people think that that's you. No, I always, sometimes I'll go into a place with certain people, and I know they known. I'll be like, man, I hope nobody think I'm with them.
Another person asks, Adrian Townsend asks, is there anyone that you didn't want to hit?
That would be more of the other person. I know I had said that before. I used to ask him, is there anybody else you don't, I mean, is there anybody you don't want to kill? Man, we go riding every night. I'll be like, man, I don't like this. You pulling me off of my way of life. And I don't like to go that route. But I only was going that route with him because I liked it, the boy. The boy was cool to me. He seemed to me like he was liking the things that I like. We both like to eat. We both like to ride around. But he had his little private, life too. He used to go, do his thing for an hour or two or maybe more, sometime a day or two. Me, I went back to my wife, hung out. Because, see, I didn't live with her. I just go back over there and stay for a while. I had my own house somewhere else. But I would pop up there because we had kids.
Somebody asked this question like 6 times. Why did you almost kill your brother with the 12 gauge?
Because he was a junkie. And he kept stealing from me and doing things that is not worthy of him to even have him and my family or blood, because he would do things to his own family to get that money to do that. Okay, I can understand you hooked on that, but you don't harm your own people. You don't harm your own family. We blood. I never harmed nobody in my family. I always helped them out, gave them stuff, take them shopping spree. They know half the time when they see me, I was coming back to pick them up to take them for a shopping spree. Get what you want. Don't ask me how much can you spend. If you do that, you might well get on back in the car. I didn't bring you out for you to say, well, here go $50. Go in there and get what you like and put it up on the counter. Put it up on the counter. My wallet was always with me. He was also my chauffeur. But he was always with me when I took them out. And they were like, why you always got that white man with you? I said, that's my wallet. He's white. They stop him. He got money. They ain't gonna say nothing. They stop me. I got money. Oh, where you get it from? N-word, No, okay. He got it. They look at me like, okay, I must be his boy. I must be chauffeuring him around or this and that. No, he was mine. The guy was cool. He loved driving my little red candy apple limousine with the mink furs inside. I mean, the seat was so beautiful. I really enjoyed it, that one.
That was, you could have kept that.
Yeah, but when I went to prison, I let him have it. I don't know what happened to it after that. If the government ever took it or what, because I never had things in my name. I would put them through my company name, which was through another company name. I would play 3-card shells. I hide my property. Might be in my name if you could finally get to it, but you had to go through all this other stuff just to find out that it was mine. That's what I was doing when I came on this time. I started the craft company.
Yeah, because they took that first one, Craft Janitorial.
Yeah.
Chemo Luciano asks, what after hours was y'all at when y'all tried to get Big Ed? Was it like the second time?
That was the very first time. That's when I came to Wyoming because Maserati Rick had took everybody up there. He was paying for everything. So, yes, they all followed. I was only there because they promised to pay me this and that. I said, well, okay, I'll pop up, but I like to sit by myself in the corner somewhere and just keep an eye out, right? They wanted to showboat. They're out there with the jury and all this. And me, I was just sitting back in the corner watching all of them. That's why I said I seen him when he came in the door. So I already had put my hands under my coat. If any shoe go off, I'm blast. I'm afraid about him, but yeah. I can't remember the name of the club. It was downtown. It was back off the backwater off of Jefferson. At Jefferson, then the next street down was that club. Cause Rick used to park up on that hill right across from the club. We used to go up the stair to get to his car, and that's where Ed had parked at. So nobody seen Ed Carr until he came out that club and ran and jumped into it and took off Jefferson. We was able to take off behind him because we was in the same lot. At that time, Ed, I don't think Ed knew that Ricky had that Benz then because he just had it flown back up in Miami where he had the top cut and all. I mean, he did all kinds of stuff to that car. To me, it was a showboat and show too much. And every time the police seen us, they would, like, man, these people seeing me. You keep driving around this time and you just riding around. I don't want people to see me. Because if they don't see me, they won't know that I'm down with you and that I'm your bodyguard. They know that. Guess who they're going to try to do first? Me. Because they're going to say, man, we're going to get rid of the big guy. We ain't quite sure who he is or what he is about, but he looked like one of, anyway, yeah. That was that club the first time. Him and two guys was with him. I know when they jumped in that 5.0 and they took off down Jefferson, we jumped in that Benz, was headed behind them. I already had one gun laying in my lap, another one on this side of the door, the window down. I'm waiting until we get, hopefully we can catch up with it. That Benz wasn't catching that 5.0. That sucker was gone flying out Jefferson. When we shot past Phil Precinct, now I know that's Phil Precinct over there, but they ain't gonna bother us because, you know, like I said, most of the police was in our pockets. And I know one of the ladies that worked at the Fifth Precinct, she was definitely in our pocket. And she was in that club that night. So I'm quite sure that she well, anyway. But yeah, that was the first time. The second time was when we seen him at the restaurant. The third time was when we spotted him outside his house. We knew he was in there because we followed him. But we laid out in the bushes all night. Well, so I said we laid in the van at first until the crack of dawn. Then we crawled over to the grass. I can't tell it all. I gotta save some, but we get out there. The people didn't notice. I'm like, see, these people really not paying too much attention on what's going around and what's around them. What bushes really supposed to be there and what bushes ain't supposed to be there. That's why I say it was kind of funny because the only reason they knew was that we was there because Rick had moved. If Rick don't move, they would have never seen that spot move. But then when they said, what the heck is that? By that time, I was like, oh man, we busted. So I just came out blast. I was like, hey, no, I got to put the fear in those fools' head, make them run or lay down. But Ed was supposed to have been ours. But the other guy jumped in front, well, jumped behind him. I guess him and Ed was going to run the same way.
Adrian Hill asks, what shampoo do you use?
Well, I used to use Head and Shoulder, but it kept getting in my eyes. Or what shampoo I used to use. That's a good one. What was her name? Angela? Andrea. That's a good one. Andrea, that name sound familiar.
Andrea Hill.
No, okay. That was the last name.
Tommy had another question. How do you feel about Johnny Curry's wife messing around with white boy Rick while he was still a minor?
Well, let me put it this way. Kathy messed around with a lot of people. You feel me? It wasn't just the white boy. She messed around with a lot. And to be honest with you, I don't think that Johnny even knew about it. And as for that wasn't on Johnny. Johnny wouldn't, Johnny had no knowledge on that fact. That's why I say he didn't find out all that until he went to prison. Then he found out that those who were getting together, but they've been getting together. Because like I said, we followed right there on Van Dyke when he went into that little spot there. And well, let me get off that one too because I don't think I told that one yet.
I think he was just asking about like how you feel about her messing with a minor. I don't even think she knew it.
Same here.
You in the game, you making money.
A lot of people didn't even know that people, I was a minor when I was a little kid. And I had girlfriends that were 4 or 5 years older than me. Even had school teacher. But she knew I was a minor because I was in her class. And she used to always tell me to come around and play with her son. And I went around and played with him, then I'd tell Jeremy, hey man, take him out in the alley and throw rocks at him or something, just play with him. Because I think he'll get me some. So I go in there and that boy mama was good.
Man, did you say take him in the alley and throw rocks at him?
Yeah, so he can run, because that's the games we play. We throw rocks at each other to see how many times a person get hit. They used to throw rocks at me, I run, and they try to throw my duck and die. Hey, you got to know how to move in order to avoid a rock or a knife or to even try to avoid bullets.
Let's have a snowball fight.
That
It's
was back
summer.
then. Oh, yeah.
That's all right. We got rocks.
We used to put boulders in, we come up with the snow, and it wasn't even winter time. We go in the refrigerator, scrape all that stuff off, put it over rock. I could snowball fight. Oh, man, what the heck was that? Snowball. Man, there's a rock inside. Yeah, snowball rock fight. Man, y'all crazy, no? We just like to play.
That ain't play.
Man, y'all trying to hurt somebody. You want to stay away from us now? Of course we trying to hurt you. Trying to make sure that you understand. We don't play fair. You mess with us, either you're going to be a friend of ours for life or you'll be a dead person for life. Because I was young, true enough, but I understood a lot of things that people didn't think that a kid my age would understand. Like I say, I sit back and just watch and observe people.
Somebody asked, was it ever a time when you thought you weren't going to make it? Like you was going to die? Like, well, this it?
Yeah, when the police shot me. I didn't think I felt that they was going to catch up and finish me off. But that just gave me more energy to run. But my blood was leading to where I was running to in the snow. So I had to stop off at somebody's place, and I sent them out there to mess that snow up that ran back this way. I don't know how far back the police was or what. I figured that they could take their time and just walk with it, follow the tracks. So I had to send them back through that way to mess it up. They was like, man, you was bleeding like a stuffed pig. I said, watch your mouth. That's when Germ came and he did what he did because the girl that was there, she was too squeamish. He's screaming about, I'm the one that got the hole in his spot. Yeah.
Ooh.
And I thought for sure that they was gonna bust me in my head if they could have caught me, because we had just did something up on Warren when the police chased me down there. I was like, oh man, I didn't see him. But God, I didn't see him come out of there. I didn't even see their car. But I knew I had this guy dead to right coming up out that fish place. Yeah, he's mine. I stood on the side. Back then they had the phone booth where you could make the phone call. Well, I stepped out from around that. Then I heard something else popping. What the heck was that? Then I felt a tang in my leg. That's when I seen the police over there talking about. Now, they shot first. They didn't say freeze or put your gun down. They just shot me.
Well, did you just shoot somebody?
Yeah, but that was somebody else. It wasn't them. If I would have seen them, I would have just waited. But I didn't see them coming from that corner. You shoot me and don't say, police, stop, or drop the gun. I wouldn't have dropped it. I would have ran with it. I got no choice.
It was right there in the instruction manual, page 3. Yep.
Well, back then in those days, yeah. if you are a person of color, they'll bust a cap in you real quick. And then if you ain't got a weapon, they'll throw one on you. That's why they used to carry a lot of drop guns.
He wasn't armed. He got hands. Then he's armed.
Yeah, that was
Tommy said, was White Boy Rick a minor when he made your list?
to be honest with you, he was a minor before he went into prison when he got caught. So he was on my list at the time, but he had just made it only because he tried to cop for one of our people.
Oh yeah.
And like one of our people knew he was ratting, just like his daddy was, So and she called his daddy in the jailhouse and jacked him up. That's another story too. But well, Rick, when he tried to cop from one of our people, they basically told him what went down and how, and why would he come to us to cop when he was working for the Curry brothers? Why would you come to us? You didn't come to sell us nothing because you wasn't like that. We the ones that was out there selling, and you was trying to come and buy from and he called everybody else and told, hey man, be careful, man. The white boy out there doing something, man. He just tried to cop from us. Like, what? He down with the Curry brothers. Because at that time, it was Leo. He had just pulled over on what's the street that Wilshire?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wilshire down there by
So right off
by Dickinson.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that area. Well, anyway, yeah. But that's when I had spotted him over there. And I was like, well, he had made my list. That's why I said when we thought we had him, I think it might have been Johnny we pulled up on. We was finna do him because we thought he was Leo. But well, that's another story. Like I said, let me step off that one too. I said just a lot of things I haven't even said. A lot of people know about them, but they ain't never said it either because they not trying to go back into them days. I can because I'm really going back in those days because I can speak on it because I declared myself from all that crap and got immunity from it.
Boy, he's not no serial killer.
No, I'm not a serial killer. I don't go out there and kill people just to be killing
I
them.
like this question. Somebody said, how do you feel?
Hit them like buttons, people. Come on now.
They been hitting them, but thank y'all.
Oh, okay, thank you very much for hitting them likes button. Y'all are appreciated.
Somebody asked you, how did you feel when you made the cover of Gun Home magazine? That picture they took on the magazine, you sitting up there with all them chains on the M16.
Yeah, I remember that picture, but I ain't never showed that in none of.
Yes,
oh, I did.
Yeah, you told me put in one of videos one time. We put the picture up there.
Oh, because I know the other guy.
You held it up before too.
I think the other guy had stole pictures of people because I told him don't mess with this book, but he went to sneaking pictures and I didn't know about it because like I said, they got all this new fancy stuff out where they could. Anyway, I know he had stole my little brother picture and put it up saying this is Nate Boone when he was young. That wasn't none of me. Same way he put my son picture up talking about this is what Nate Boone looked like. No, that was my son. That's not me. You keep claiming people that's me, it's not. That's why I told my son, if he could find that picture he put up saying that you was me, sue his butt. Because he's slandering you. You had nothing to do with this and that. I kept all my loved ones out. That's why nobody in my family, nobody really knew what I did. Period. Until it hit the papers. Yeah. Many years, a decade later. They were like, oh man, they lying on Boone. Boone ain't like that. Boone ain't like. Yeah, I am. I'm a nice guy. The people that treat me right, I'm nice to you. You treat me bad or treat me wrong or try to hurt me in any possible way, family or whatever, yeah, then you're going to see that devil come out of me. And you don't want to see that. Like that one guy said, man, you would get mad at that guy in that bar because he had punched you in the back of your head. Man, it seemed like you turned into a whole different person. I never seen nobody move as quick as you did on that guy.
Yeah, I guess you wasn't lying about Johnny's wife. Somebody said, did you know Johnny Curry's wife was originally engaged to a former Detroit Piston, a player by the name of Vinny the Microwave Johnson. When Johnny started tapping that, man, she got around.
Hey, that was her song though. She get around. She got around, especially when she's come out there to the island. We all be out there. I was out there too, but you know, like most of them, I just sat back inside the vehicle. They would be all sitting on top of the vehicle, showing their cars, this and that. I just sit inside and just lurk and watch and see who's getting in what type of car, so I know what type of car they in. But yeah, she's come up there. Which car basically, man, I ain't gonna tell that part either, but he basically did her right there at the island. I think this was before. This might have been after. I don't know. I want to go back and try to refresh my mind on that one. Because I don't like to say stuff that is not true or that is not correct. I like to be correct about anything I say. That's why I like to speak on me. I can speak on me because I live that.
Pharaoh Ramsey, I'm sorry, but ain't nobody finna talk about that bum. He burnt his name and bridges before he ran up and left out the city. So you probably find
Who's
something.
on Meech?
No. So you could probably find something about that on YouTube or something. You can easily clear that up. He messed over a lot of people. And that's why he ran and hid down in California or Florida or whatever he ran to.
Who's on Big Head?
Talking about the slimy snake that was stealing pictures from you.
Oh yeah. Okay, we ain't speaking on that. And that's why I'm gonna hope. Remember, let me speak on this now. Anybody that going to try to get with one of these podcasts or whatever, watch what you say, because they're gonna be trying to trick you into saying things that get you locked back up, or they're gonna be trying to get you upset where you gonna give up more information than what you want to. Keith D is part of that process. That's why he ran his mouth now where he's sitting at. Mm-hmm. Just what I thought.
They did the same thing to the Booty Bandit. Cause he wasn't talking about you. The interviewer kept talking. He said, "Why you keep bringing him up? I told you stop talking about him, man." He just kept talking about him and got him riled up about you.
Oh, his
little interviewer kept
the interview kept bringing me up to him.
Yeah, kept riling
trying
him
to
up.
get him talked about me. See, that's why I say I don't talk about nobody. I may tell you about some of the things that I am against, but I won't bring nobody's name up. So, yeah, this person is this and that. I mean, I could have brought up Big Meat's name many times, but you ain't worried about me bringing it up. A coward is a coward. Well, a person that is that way, he did that way.
I don't know why they asked it, but they said, how much was a kilo worth back then?
All depends on what set. See, everybody think there's one set price. We got ours straight from Pablo. And back then, getting it straight from him, 8,000. No, he lying. Okay, if you say so. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you say so.
So that was
but we was getting it for 8,000. Hey, he gave us 50 of them free, just straight off free, because he liked it, the way we looked at, the way we carried ourselves and so forth. He said, "Man, y'all look like y'all just." Whew. I said, "No, we nice guys. As long as you're nice to us." But yes, he made an investment by doing that because we did appreciate him, and when he needed somebody down on the low where everybody won't know what's what, he would call us.
That was smart. That's a good investment. Y'all gonna make money. It's
And
not really costing them nothing. You got
friend,
warehouses of cash.
I mean, man, that man had so much money. I was like, even if we were to try to rob this man, we couldn't find a way to carry all that. We had to get a boating jet, but that still wouldn't have been big enough.
Somebody asked. I never thought about this. This is crazy too. He said this might sound crazy, but was there female members in the Best Friends or affiliates like that?
Yes. And trust me, they was good. They never really got busted. Some of them got hit before, but then of course, we go after those.
Retaliation.
I mean, retaliation because you tried to knock them off and you didn't know that they was really down with us. But then again, some people found out because certain things we did, they did, and people. But anyway, but yeah, there was always females the same way that I was training this one female to be down almost like me. I taught her how to shoot, taught her how to fight, taught her how to use knives. I taught her how to sit back and just observe. That's why when she sat back and she observed the one guy, she had called me. She said, "This guy do the same thing every time, Nate." I said, she said his name. I said, "Yeah, he's on my list." She said, "I know. I took a peek that one day when you had pulled it out your bag. I just happened to glance and see the first three names on there. And I was like, I know that one. Why you didn't say something there?" She said, "I didn't want you to do me." Because
I knew too
said
much.
that, listen, I know too much. I said, no, I'm trying to show you how to make bigger money and how to defend yourself in any way, fashion, or form. Fists, knife, guns, rocks, whatever. And she messed around and got taken out by her girlfriend. Took her out.
Somebody asked, how do you feel about Little Ronnie and his daughter death? You heard about that on the news with him? I think he was a rapper or something. I don't remember what happened, but
I don't listen to music.
I think
Unless it just pop up somebody playing it, but other than that.
I think he was out somewhere with his daughter, and they ran down on him.
Little Ronnie.
They got him and his daughter. I don't know what it was about. I didn't get into the situation.
And his daughter?
Yep, I think he was just spending time with his daughter. Like I don't know if he was at the store or he was doing something with his kid. They
See,
ran
you
down.
know, like people doing things like that, and you hit somebody ain't got nothing to do with the situation. That's when most of them wind up on my list. Because people would, hey man, this person did this and that, man. I said, oh, so like they stepped into my world then, in my game. Now they free because they are into like the legal activity. So no, I don't feel bad about doing somebody is into that world. That's why I said a lot of people shouldn't get into that world unless they just want to be a straight up gangster. If that's what they calling them, gangster. Me, I just call them fools because you step into this world, there's no such thing as retirement. Retirement is, yeah, you in prison, you retired all right, or you dead. But there ain't no such thing as retired people. Hey, but you out of it. If you say so. I ain't gonna never admit to it one way or the other. I'm gonna give you that same old word, if you say so. If you don't like that, well, that's your problem. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you my name ain't Keepy D. I'm not going to admit to something that could get me thrown back in prison or this and that. No, I ain't got no more prison time left in me. If I ever do something wrong, it's all about 6 people carrying me. But it won't have to be 6. There'll be one person carrying me in the jug and cremate my big body. Well, he's gone. But I have never been afraid of death. I ain't looking for it, but hey, if it find me, it find me. We all live and die sooner or later.
Somebody asked you, was Russell Tompkins Jr. on the list?
They ain't no ring no bell. Did he have a street name or something? Or Russell, the other name, Russell sound. I heard the name. I'm going to take a look at. I don't like to keep going back looking at my list because, like I said, I got copies of everything that the government had wrote down about what I was saying and did and so forth. So I got copies of everything.
Did the best friends have a gun of choice?
I'm quite sure they probably did. Everybody have a gun of choice.
No, he asking like, is there like a certain gun that y'all like to use a lot, like the Mac 10 or something like that?
Although Max get jammed up, that's how White Boy Rick is still alive. Is alive.
On the van.
When we put him on that van, man, I said,
And be another one.
that was messed up. The first couple shots shot out, but that jammed it up. And I didn't even know that was my brother-in-law doing the driving until after we hit him. Well, attempt to, knock them off because he called my wife up and tell her, your husband just tried to kill. I said, oh, Lord. Lucky enough, I made it back there before
He did.
Before she realized that I wasn't in the backyard. Because I went out in the backyard when, that witch car came and zipped me up, picked me up, because he said he's going to be on the next street over. So I walked across into their yard and came out on that street when they said they was there. Got in and we shot straight out there. When we got there, they had just pulled up on that spot right there, and Ricky ran in. I was like, okay. But I still wasn't paying no attention to the driver. Because if I would have, I probably would have had called it off. I mean, like, Roy was my brother-in-law. I was married to his sister. But I just said, well, I didn't know it was Roy until we pulled up on Dickinson at that light, and we pulled up and still didn't know it was him until I heard the Mac got jammed. And I looked down. Whoa, that's Roy. I wasn't laughing then, I'm like, whoa, man. I'm going to kill my brother-in-law.
He said Russell Tompkins Jr. was the main singer of the Stylistics.
Yeah, I never had no singers on my list but once, and that was way back before I had even started a list that I had to go after one of those singers because he didn't want to pay me. I told him, man,
David Ruffin?
Yep. Exactly what it was. David thought that he could just manhandle my little butt. I said, no, man, I'm here every day giving you this.
You know why I said that?
Give me my money, man.
Why? Because when he was said something about the Stylists, the first thing that popped in my head is, them, the Shy Lights, Temptations, and all that. And the first thing as soon as Temptations popped in my head is, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. I knew he was a piece of work, so I'm like, it must have been somebody like him.
Otis didn't like me. Well, I ain't gonna say he didn't like me. He used to chase me away from there. Get your little butt from around. Because I don't think that he ever knew what I was doing. Because him, it was three of them that was always buying from me.
But he know if they up there doing that, he'll be around.
And I'm not gonna say Diana Ross' name. I'm not gonna say other female name for nothing. I'm not giving Diana Ross, her up. But yeah, they always thought that they could just not want to pay me my money when I give it to them on credit. And I only gave it to them on credit because I knew they be getting money. So yeah, here go 3 or 4 packs. Which guy wanted it all every time he see me. How much you got on you? I said, why? Man, they should tell me get it all, man. You know I'm good for it. Now, Jeremy was always on their side, so Jeremy hit me in the back and quick, give it to him. Okay, but you don't give him yours. I give him my 12 pack. There you go. When you have my money. Man, don't worry about it. I look back at Jeremy, everything gonna be cool. You put too much like in these guys, man, just because you like singing with them, Jeremy's, sometimes they be out there in the front blowing it, and Jeremy go over there and start blowing it with them. Because Jeremy had a voice on him. I have to admit that because I wanted to, when we got older, I wanted to put money up on Jeremy, get him to do a record or something. But I decided to go another route. But yeah, that's the only person of the Starlight. I never had no dealing with them. Couple singing groups, but I basically tried not to mess around with people that were singers because I wanted them to do good with their life. It was just that Jeremy was always over there watching them, listening to them singing and so forth. So I used to hang with him. When he told me that he think that which car is using, I said, who? He pointed him out. I said, who's that? He said, that's David. Shit, I sell him some. So I did. Walked up to him and gave him one here. He took that. It was free. Next thing I know, he was always looking for me out there. I'm like, yeah, I got him. Then when he turned out Eddie, I was like, You sure, Eddie? Eddie like, what you talking about? Don't let David get you in the mess with this crap. Just give me a bag. Okay. Well, I said, I was kind of shocked when I found out quite a few of them now. You know, like D already was coming through. You know, I was pushing to her way before David. Didn't really even know about David until after I pushed with her. Then David popped up and started running because I gave him that pack free. And Gordy just thought we were just little snotty nosed kids. I said, you don't see no snot coming out of my nose, fool. I always had me a little walker suit on or a suit. You know, I just like to dress nicely. That's how people do it. Why is he a Muslim or something? He dressing like he got bow tie. This nah. Jern was doing that. Bow tie. Jern is he like the bow tie when we was young. I'm like, man, ain't that look like one of those bean pies? No, people always talking about, hey man, you got a bean pie? If I did, you wouldn't get it. I'll eat it myself.
I ain't had no bean pie. I had one of them pecan pies though.
Yeah, I liked them too. That's back then in the day when I had teeth. But yeah, make sure y'all hit them like buttons. Come on now. Even my haters, hit the like button. Show that you like the program. Because if you don't like it, then why you on here watching me? Or why you viewing my stuff if you don't like it? If you don't like it, you know, push on.
I will say this,
But
the
I ain't
lights
gonna
have
do
gone
that.
up.
Huh?
The lights have gone up.
Yeah, that's good. I do appreciate the people who hit that like button.
You're around like 70%. Well,
they need to start
Like
posting and pass around so other people can see it. So I get some more likes.
yeah, share this too.
Yeah, share.
Make sure y'all subscribe also. Hit that notification bell. Because otherwise, it take a second to come up, but I think that's why the numbers jumped up real quick. Because it jumped up to like, within the first 20 seconds, it jumped up to like 20 people. Because usually it'll take a second. Because I don't know what's wrong with it, but when you go on, it take like at least 15 to 20 seconds for the notifications to go out.
Oh, I know my cousin said that he had hit it many times, but it never hit his phone when I be on. I was like, okay.
YouTube have a problem with notifications sometimes. That's why I went through.
Because he hit the bell, subscribe. I was sitting right there when he did. I said, okay, well, now you're going to be started notified.
I took a day out when I wasn't doing. I was going to go on YouTube anyway. So I just went down to my my subscriptions, went through each channel, clicked the notification bell off and cut it back on. And that would help me. Because I stopped getting notifications from like 90% of my people for some reason. I would just go in there and be like, where all these new videos come out? I ain't see none of them. Boop.
Yeah, I miss my boy. Mogo State of Mind.
Yeah.
That was a cool brother.
Oh,
even my cousin liked him. So that's when I asked him, can you be my agent? That's why he said, well, he gonna put some fillers out, which he did, which was Val TV or somebody that wanted to do an interview. And he told me, he said, man, for what he trying to offer you, don't take it. I said, well,
probably Vlad.
Well, yeah, glad, yeah. Well, you know, like you said, man, don't take it, man. They either gonna come right or don't do it because they're gonna make money off you. And they trying to get you cheap or to do it just so you could get some likes, but they gonna get the most.
You were saying something earlier before, what's the name? What was it about? You went with that one-eyed fool. Yeah, you do it. Yo.
Oh, you talking about Mike? I mean,
Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep on forgetting his name, that boy. Oh, man. That's the first time that we got tricked into doing something, me, Jeremy, and Dave. We helped this boy out because we thought he needed some help, and he was cool with my family. So I said, okay. He seemed like he could be, you know, somebody that could be helpful to us later in the future. Couldn't find out. Well, he was a coward. We gonna help him. He told us about the place, everything, so we go up in there. Now, he didn't tell us that they got a doorman there with a shotgun. I found out that when I kicked the door in. Guy sitting there, click. He was trying to raise. I said, click, you're going to be a dead fool before you can get up out your lap. Hey, man, what y'all think y'all doing? Shut up and drop the gun. But before he could drop it, German came around and grabbed it. He went to the kitchen. Next thing I know, I see Robert shooting past my back. That was him running past going towards the kitchen. While John got the gun on them in there, Rob come by and start scooping up the dope. So he grabbed those, sticking it all in the pocket, white stuff everywhere. I'm like, thinking in my head, I said, this man a junkie. But I said that. I see them in there trying to stash the money. I run off in there, and a few seconds later, here come Rob again. I'm like, hey, man, did this, man. Get the hell out of here, man, before I bust a cap in you. He told me, no, man, get out. He finally ran out the place. I didn't say his name, but no, I just said, man, get the hell out of here.
So his plan was to get
His
everything.
plan was to rob the people of everything. I thought that these people had jumped on him and did all this. And that's why we hit the place. We were to beat the heck out of everybody. Come to find out, no, he wanted us to help him rob the place. Of course, later on, I found out who spot it was too, though. But I ain't gonna tell people that right now. But I'll tell them later in the series of who spot it was. He was a well-known person too. Matter of fact, he even got his name put in the book. Also, they changed a few words here and there. I was like, okay. But Homeboy was always telling on the neighborhood, but he would just change it around a little bit so people wouldn't know who exactly he was talking about. Of course, the neighborhood where we knew everybody, we knew we were talking about him. Same way when he was talking about somebody else, called him whole son. Same way he talked about me. Well, anyway. We took care of business there. We didn't shoot or kill nobody, but I did pistol whoop the guy that was holding the shotgun. I don't know his name or nothing. I just know I had to make sure he wouldn't try to run out behind us. So I had to hold him. Well, somebody else held his feet. Come on, man, let's go. We ran out, got into the car. That was the blue Camaro. We shot around into the house, and he was there. Other people was there. Family member was there. And he was in there telling people what we did. My sister looked at me. She was like, Robert said, y'all just did. I said, I don't know what he's talking about. You need to keep his mouth shut. And listen here. Don't be listening to people say things about me. I'm your little brother. She looked at me like, yeah. Jeremy had already forced Robert out the side door. I go out the front door and I stepped up to him. Jeremy cocked the pistol. He said, man, we got to get rid of this fool. This fool gonna tell everybody. I'm sitting there, put him in the truck. My sister, one of my sisters heard me say that. She told me, I'm going to tell him you do that, Boone. I'm like, oh, man. See, that's why I don't like to do nothing around nobody. So I take him to the front of the house, I put him on the side of my car, and I told him, man, if I ever hear this again, I'm going to gut you like a fish. And just to prove a point, I stabbed him in his thigh. Oh, that ain't gonna kill you and you ain't gonna bleed to death. But you gonna always, when you feel your leg, you gonna, ooh, Boone did that to me. But I left him alive. I never seen him again for about 2 or 5 years. I went to prison, came back. And he was running his mouth again about that. But the time had passed, so I know the statute limitation was up on it. So I was like, man, why you gotta keep on telling people this? Man, you was my man after that, man. You laid it. I said, man, you gonna make me have to lay you down. I know it's been a long time, but quit telling people. But Don't about telling his people that we know. Well, when the people we know that I was doing something like that.
I want you to know.
Yeah, that was the main problem. But and then when he went to prison, he told people in there too. I was like, God damn.
Somebody asked you ever not use a weapon in a hit, so it's just straight hands.
Well, I always use a weapon.
No, they asked me if you ever did a hit without one. Like you just like you know what? I like this gonna be special. I'm a bare hand this.
Well, I like the knives because it's quiet. My bare hand, nah, because sometimes they would be able to slip out if my hand was wet or greasy or bloody or whatever when I grab up in that throat.
Choking yourself.
I almost choked myself. I almost snatched my own throat out.
Let me demonstrate real quick.
Oh, what happened to him? He pulled his own throat out
help me,
on live TV, on live podcast. He's in there, blood running out everywhere.
DeMarcus Wilder asked you a question. He donated some money to. He said, "Hello, Mr. Kraft. What was
Thank you, DeMarcus Wallace
Wilder?
Wilder?
What was your issue with Mr. T?"
Because he thought he was tough. Because he walked through a door that was what do you call that? Wood door like that. That was just
for a stunt when the frame doors.
yeah. In the tough man contest. I was like, hey, if y'all really want to see how tough he is, put him in the ring with me. That's when I told the news people when they had seen me fight at Cobra Hall, I said, they told me, what would be your next step? To fight Mr. T to show y'all that I'm tougher than he is. Because right now, he wants everything on how tough he is. And call me Mr. T.
The tough man contest, that was at Cobra Hall?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, I'd knock him out with one blow. And I know he heard about it because people talking about, well, he won't give a comment on it, but he heard about what you was talking about doing to him. I said, yeah, well, let's see how tough he is. I'm bigger than he is. Cut up better. At that time, I mean, I'm cut up big. Well, cut up so bad that I couldn't pass a mirror without taking a second look like, really? Oh, yeah. The girl you talking about, ooh, you just so strong, but you could just pick me up. I said, yeah, I'll pick you up and give you a Wally Wall banger. Bang your butt all against this wall, girl. Have you talking in tongue. Wow! Wow! If the people out there know what that means, they know what it means.
Somebody asked, was Bruiser a West Side YBI or East Side YBI?
Bruiser was from the East Side, okay?
Most of the family.
He was down with him for a very short time, but then Bruiser broke away and started his own group, 2020 Boys. Somebody wanted him to be something else, but he was like, but he didn't tell me that part until he brought him down there. Then he's going to tell, hey, watch your back, Boone, because, we stepped to the side, we talked, and he explained things to me. I was like, I'm not worried about that. Plus, I liked the one guy. He was cool. He seemed like, really, I thought he could have been more like me if he take his time about doing things. But sometimes they pop their asses and this and that junk and get drinking. I never been down for any of that. Sorry. But yeah, Bruiser was from the East Side. His crew, the 2020 Boy, they was cool. But like I said, they wasn't no real killers, put it that way.
They was more about the money.
They was about the money. And that's why somebody hated them that much, because Bruce was racking them in. He was racking them in. And there's a little story on that situation too about Bruiser and the money and drugs and some things that I haven't brought up yet. But yeah, I got a story on that one too. And but what was that? Smoke. Yeah, Smoke. Now I tried to bring Smoke in gave him a gun to him, go ahead and shoot them. And don't hit the other person. I want to see you do what I tell you to do. You want me to train you? You got to do that. He messed that head up. The guy lived. He said he had to stop because he had reached over there and grabbed the girl and tried to put the girl in front of him. I said, I'm glad you didn't hit the girl because I would have hit you. But anyway, yeah, that deal went wrong, wired the wrong way, and things went off about that situation too. That's another story. It should be told from beginning to end on what went down with that situation. And how I almost wind up had to do other people behind that. I was like, man, people put me into positions that I don't want to be put into. And I don't want to do that. I ain't no sucker fool that go out there and just bash anybody. No.
Somebody asked, did you meet Larry Hoover?
Did I meet him? Knew of him, that's all I can say. Meet him, I don't recall. Because I try not to meet people. Because you never know when they wind up on my list. So I ain't trying to be friends to them so they go thinking that I won't come do them. Oh no, I do you the price is right. Don't get me wrong. If you mix into that lifestyle, you free game.
Tomcat asks, did the best friends have rim and custom car shops?
Did they have rim custom car shop?
Like, did they have those little custom car shops you can customize your cars, or rim shops you can go get rims installed? I know you said something about.
Well, you know, they had
using
places
Earl
that
Shine.
they had places that they could have went to, or they had places they own. A lot of the guys had different little business that they were keeping on the down low. Some got blown up out of proportion. Then a lot of people was taking their cars there. A lot of people was doing this for the sound shop, doing this for the rim, I mean, that's why it was so easy to follow some of them around. They just sit
They got a
back
routine now.
yeah, because they just sit back and watch their shop, and sooner or later they're gonna pop up or whatever. Same way with Maserati Rick and his car wash. Same way with Demetrius with his clothes. He had that Sport Factory outfit. Clothes. That's why I said when he sent me that into the prison system when I was there, I was like, okay, it was seeming to be all right. But then when I came home, I started, hanging around. Well, okay, that's another story too. I haven't told that part. I just told the end of it. I didn't tell the beginning of how we all, knew each other or this and that.
Kimo Luciano said Bruiser hurt their feelings when he bust out with that NSX. Was that a car?
Yeah. Yeah. But see, Bruiser was always hooking cars up. He even hooked up the first Volvo. Nobody probably even knew that, but that first Volvo, Bruiser hooked that up with the European headlight wipers.
Mm.
People was dead. Oh man, that's sweet. So they started buying, Volvos and trying to hook them up and this and that. And then Bruiser switched from that, went to something else. Bruiser was always switching up on a person because he be trying to be the one that he don't want something that somebody else has.
He an innovator.
He tried, yes. He was an innovator. Maybe everybody else want what he had. But yeah, Bruce was down for his car, his clothes, especially his glasses.
Max Holloway said, much love from Minnesota.
Thank you, Max. Appreciate you. I'm
I'm
just hoping I get all this same love when it comes to hitting them likes and when I start running for president.
He said Sports Jam was the name of the store.
Yeah, Sport Jam. Yep. Matter of fact, I took a picture with one of his outfits that he had sent to me. So when I was coming home, that he had sent me that outfit. I took a picture of it. And then, of course, once I take a picture, I gave it away. So I gave it to my boy. And he started wearing it. And I told my boy, hey, man, I don't want that back. But all the outfits that they seen us standing in at the parole camp, those was all the outfits that he had sent me. And I let everybody else, get one. So, that we going out there, dressed nicely, in style.
Love Happiness actually said, what about Slick and the Family, Boone?
Read that again. Slick.
Yeah, it's like, what about Slick and the Family?
I'm not comprehending on what they mean by that. Is it person name?
I guess I only know one Slick. I don't know. They not maybe they'll specify sooner or later.
Specify on what you mean by that Slick in the family.
Kodiak White said you got a presidential vote from Arkansas.
I got what?
You got a presidential vote from Arkansas.
Arkansas. I'm trying to think who was in. I think that might have been Bruiser that was in Arkansas. Because like he moved out to different states too. Bruiser just wasn't here in Detroit. Detroit had got burnt out really. That's why everybody was going to like other states because because it was costing more money. Minnesota, where I hit, oh man, I was getting 43 a brick.
Hey,
They were spending that, man.
Somebody asked, how much do you think Diddy is worth if he was on top of your list right now?
He probably be, I'm quite sure somebody probably be willing to offer at least $5 million or more. Because see, we wouldn't accept it for no less than that because the boy got money. If you want us to hit a person, we know that they got money and then you looking to take over their operation, oh, we want you to pay us. If not, then we're going to do you. Because you playing us like a sucker, like a fool. No. If you want us to do Diddy, yeah, about 5-10 million. I would do it.
Shout out from Ireland.
From Ireland. Peace, baby. I like Ireland. I don't know why, but I do.
He said Slick and the family might be a New York crew. Is he talking about the rapper Slick Rick? I don't know.
I got that boy, and they just killed him not too long ago in New York. He went back there thinking that he could do what.
Fat Cat?
No, not Fat Cat. It'll come to me sooner or later. I know the boy knew how to play ball. He'd be on the yard, boom. And I told him, I said, man, when you get out, what you think you're gonna do? I'm going back there, put it down again. I said, no, you go back there, they're gonna kill you. See, several people have got out of prison, went back to their so-called spot thinking that they could put it down. No, it's new people in no position. And they ain't gonna give up their power just because you got out of prison. They don't play that. No. Witchcraft tried that mess. He got himself kind of screwed up a little bit, even though people still cared for the guy. But he got himself messed up because of that situation.
Oh, he said it was a group back in New York that used to be in Harlem. They had Best Friends, BMF, and Slick and the family that used to be in the club and the party scene.
Well, Best Friend was in the party scene that I think they probably was there to do BMF then because, like I said, the boy ran off from Detroit. Witchcraft found out that he was out there helping push that fake money, as well as he didn't want to pay back some stuff that he had got from somebody. So he wound up on my list. I was like, whoa, okay. But I never got a chance to get to him because they wind up doing this to me. Not BMF, but my own me. They wind up doing this to me. And that saved his life, really. Because he'd have been dead within a week after he wound up on my list.
Oh, he said Slick and the family were party promoters back in the day.
Party promoters.
So they must have just been like running the club scene or whatever. So they would, I mean, if you get people like y'all to come to the club.
It might have been in the 90s. If it was in the 90s, I was already locked up in 1990. I didn't get out to.
He said you was thinking about Alpo.
Oh, Apple, yeah. Wait a minute. Who said that I'm thinking about Apple?
Two people, Paris Clinton and Trollmaster 123.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I'm thinking about Apple. The boys, he stayed in the weight pit trying to keep his body together and so forth, and he loves to play ball, but he had that thing in his mind that he's going to go back and put it down like he was doing before. Some time changed, and so did people. And you did a lot of bold crap to people. I mean, a lot of bold that I wouldn't even do. Matter of fact, I know I wouldn't have did it because everybody I messed around or screwed over was people that screwed over me or messed around. But like I tell them, I don't mess with nobody unless they mess with my blood. You mess with my blood, there's nothing. I don't care if you in the police station. I come in there and get you. And then I probably get killed on the thing. Whoopie-doo. But see, that's what I'm willing to die for the people I love. So, like I tell people, they mess with my little brother. That was my little brother. So, yes, I did what I had to do, and I told which car, yeah, I'm sorry. But I didn't have to get to him. Somebody else got to him. And from what I'm hearing, they was in the same prison together. Now, if you were in the same prison with this, well, okay, let me not speak on that again either. Well, not again, but let me save that for a book or a movie series or whatever else.
Brian asks, can you talk about robbing drug dealers again with Jern? Those are the best stories.
Well, as I'm saying, back in those days, that's what it was about. We didn't, well, they had the quickest money that we could get. Take the money, take the drugs, and then we put them in our spots. And we call it do to die. And even when we got older, well, Jeremy, basically slid back out because he was getting married and he didn't want his wife to know that he was, like that. And I know that he wanted nobody, because I never let my wives when nobody knew. Nobody ever knew, period. That's why I told Jeremy, if I die first, just remember where all my paperwork's at and so forth. And you can bring it out. I don't care. I'm dead. They can't do nothing to me. They can't lock me up. What are they going to do, dig my grave up? Say, okay, you've been sentenced to 100 years. But yeah, well, that ain't the only thing me and James did. I mean, we done blew up buildings together. We done did a lot of stuff to make money. People used to contract us out for certain things. Most of the thing was blowing up buildings. Like I said, we learned to do a lot of stuff growing up in life. And my Miss Jern. That was my boy. I mean, we grew up as kids.
Somebody asked, where was Jern when they did that to your little brother?
I think he was still in the service. Yeah, I think he was still in the service. I'm going to look that part of where exactly he was because he didn't even know about it. Because, most of my family wasn't keeping in touch with Jern. Jern would go to them and take them stuff that I was, hey, man, go give my family this and do this for them. And she, like my sister said that she was having trouble, go over there and help her out, which he did. Those people found out that you don't mess with certain people. My sister told me when, like he came by, I knew that you had sent him because he said that Boone wanted me to, to take care of that matter that you had with those people, well, but yeah. Yeah, because he didn't know about it. Because I know when I got ready to do my thing, I was like, I sure wish I could reach out and have him do it for me while I was still locked up. That's why they could never fell back on me. They would have been looking at me, but they would have never knew. But at that time, yes, he was still in the service. And I couldn't tell Bruce or nobody else to do it or anyone else because they the one told me what went down. And Bruiser didn't have a heart like that to, go murder people and this and that. Bruiser liked to make money. He wasn't trying to hurt nobody unless they were trying to hurt him. Bruiser would shoot at you, but most of the time he ain't trying to hit you. He just trying to scare you up off of him, like he did in Shimoni Marco. That's why I said, man, you doing the thing the wrong way, man. You want to really put it down on them? Pay me.
You ain't gonna have that problem no more. Huh?
Won't never have that problem. Because when, you know, like, when Jimmy told me what went down, like, what? He came over here on Holcomb and Mack and did that? He said, yeah, they go right down the discussion. See, you know, like, stuff like that make us look weak. You can't let nobody drive on your block and do something like that, and then they still pumping air through their body. And they be pumping air, pumping a bunch of in this there. Because, and see, later on, I found that out that Marco was going with this girl that my little brother wound up going with the other girl. And that's when I had to tell my little brother, hey, man, stay up out there. Don't get mixed up in that. I don't want to hear about you even talking about no crap like that. Keep your head thinking of knowledge and getting higher in real life. Don't think about this crap stuff. I want you to stay out of that. I know you know that I'm selling a little drug, but hey, don't follow me in my step. I'm a dead man. I just don't know it yet. I just ain't laid down and pulled the dirt over me. But I know I'm going to get killed. If I do, what we do? Don't ever go looking for the people that did it. That's the lifestyle I lived. If I lived that lifestyle, I'm probably dying that lifestyle. Well, don't go looking for no revenge or hate the person that did it, because that's the life of being into that.
Somebody asked you, well, Clyde Allen asked you, Clyde Allen, did y'all do a hit on Harper and Cadillac?
Yeah. I mean, that's an wait a minute, Harper. We did quite a few things over there. We robbed the armored truck over there too. I think we robbed the armored truck twice. Or I was involved in robbing the armored truck twice in my life. The one right over there off Woodward and the Seal. They was going into that thing to take the stuff, and then when we already had things planning out, we robbed that one, and then like I said, yeah, we did hits, we did robbery, we did things all over the East Side. That was just East Side living. We see something, we wanted it, we went for it. As long as it wasn't involving hurting no one that ain't got nothing to do with the situation. At least that's the way I seen life. Other people, they may see it different. They'll ride by, shoot up a person in front of 100,000 of people. I went down for that. But I don't like to do drive-by unless I can know that I'm going to just hit the person I want. I don't want, you don't shoot nobody innocent. They got nothing to do with that lifestyle. You just have to be around a dummy that did.
You got 210.
Huh?
You got 210. What are you talk about taking over Toledo?
We was trying to take over Toledo. Hey, sis.
You got all this on?
Yeah.
With the lights?
And you taping or something?
Yeah. Speak to me. You know I love you, sis.
Mm-hmm.
Anything in this world for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's cut it. I gotta get ready to go. My sister here to pick me up.
A what?
I said my sister's here to pick me up.
Oh, okay.
Ain't nobody picking you up. You too big.
But I'm the baby brother now. I got my rights.